Hey, what's up, movie fans? I just got home from shoveling and seeing All the Money in the World. I recommend seeing All the Money in the World and avoiding shoveling if you can. So, this is based on a true story. John Paul Getty is at one time considered the world's richest man. He is an oil tycoon. He has invested in so many different art pieces, artifacts, and so much more. It's impossible to comprehend, for me at least. Well, in 1973, his grandson Paul is kidnapped and held for ransom. The beginning of the film, it takes place in a couple different time periods, but the majority of the film takes place in 1973. Christopher Plummer has taken over the role of Kevin Spacey amidst some allegations, and he plays this person, John Paul Getty, who is, to say the least, in love with his money. Imagine Scrooge McDuck. I think Scrooge McDuck was based on this guy. Money is everything to him. He claims to love his family and his children, but you know what? Money comes first. It's truly remarkable. I know this is based on real events, and they did take some liberties here and there, but I'm pretty sure the crux of the character is pretty legitimate to who he was. He saves and he needs every one of those dollars that he's got, and I'm sure he had hundreds of millions of dollars. I'm not exactly sure what his estimated wealth was, but he had a considerable amount of wealth. He was considered the richest person in the world. So anyway, his son has, kind of he's kind of taken a turn. He was supposed to be groomed to be the successor. Well, he's kind of abandoned the family in a sense, and been chilling with Mick Jagger in Marrakesh. Well, his wife, played by Michelle Williams, has been taking over, and being an amazing mom to John Paul Getty's grandkids. Well, his oldest grandkid, Paul, has been kidnapped, played by Charlie Plummer. It's really odd, the fact that Plummer is the last name, and they look quite a bit alike. I had to Google it to make sure they weren't actually blood related, and apparently they're not, but they look pretty similar. So Charlie Plummer's character is kidnapped, and she will do anything and everything that she can to get her son back. Mark Wahlberg plays John Paul Getty's head of security, and he is doing what he can, but he can only do so much. They play off each other so well. Christopher Plummer is transcendent in this role. I've seen him in a good amount of movies, and he's always give really, really great performances. And this is a contender for best actor. It's amazing because I thought he had kind of an ancillary role. I know he's been replaced by Kevin Spacey, but man, I don't know if they beefed up his role. I don't know how they did this. Supposedly they did it in about a month, the reshoots, and wow, they had to do a considerable amount of reshoots. I don't know if they digitally imposed it, but wow, he's great. Michelle Williams, she's phenomenal. It's kind of breathtaking. These performances that they give are just wonderful. Ridley Scott is he's a treasure of a filmmaker. His name is pretty much synonymous with sci-fi epics, and to go from a movie like, Covenant and Prometheus and Blade Runner to a movie like this, where it's much more of a subdued, film based on performance alone. Not saying those movies didn't have amazing, stellar performances, but this movie relies solely on angst and dynamic, and it delivers on every level. This young man, Charlie Plummer, I see a big potential future for this kid. I don't know offhand the name of his main captor, but he did a really great job. The pacing of the film is really, really stellar. There isn't, Ridley Scott is the kind of filmmaker I really enjoy. It's not a tremendous amount of jump cuts. I appreciate that. Simple, subtle stuff. Let these nuances carry on and let us enjoy it. Let these performers perform. You don't need simple trick edits. It's great. Mark Wahlberg's really, really good. He is one of those actors that people think of as a meathead, but he can deliver a solid performance. He's not using his incredibly chiseled physique in this film. He's not some big bravado guy. He's a guy who is very capable and probably could kick some butt, but his attitude alone is enough, and it's really good. I can't speak more highly of this film. It's one of the best of the year. I would love to know what you guys think. Please let me know. Leave a comment. Did you love the movie? Did you hate the movie? Were you indifferent? Who is your favorite performer in this film? Ridley Scott. This guy is just knocking him out of the park. 40 years of just some solid filmmaking right here. If you have any recommendations for other movies you want me to check out, please leave it in the comments. If you want to see my other movie reviews, I have hundreds and hundreds of other movie reviews. Click on my username, which is London Hawthorne. Type in review in my search bar, and you'll find tons of them. Please share if you like the video. Share if you hate the video. But click on an ad or a commercial. Helps me pay for my tickets. Helps me pay for the popcorn. Thanks a lot for watching. Wish you all the best.